Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video, guys. Today we're gonna do a top 5 series that I want to get this going probably once every week or once every 2 weeks, but it's gonna be a top 5 video for Overwatch now, but it could switch over to other games if you guys enjoy it. But today I'm just gonna do Overwatch, and the first topic I'm gonna go over is healers. Now of course there's only 4 healers in the game currently, so I guess it's technically a top 4, but this series will be a top 5. Now, a little disclaimer before I start this video that this is only my personal preference, personal experience, and what I've gathered from friends and people I've played with. Hope you guys enjoy. If you guys have any disagreements, make sure you just drop it down in the comments below. I'm a nice guy. I'm not going to yell at y'all. And, of course, you know, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. No hero in this game is bad. All can be used. But today it's just me most viability. So, without further ado, let's hop straight into the video with our number 4 spot. Number 4, Zenyatta. Now, before you Zenyatta mains start yelling at me, just hear me out. When it comes to healer or a support, you don't think Zenyatta, and you shouldn't pick Zenyatta. Zenyatta shouldn't be your first go-to. Sustain is everything in Overwatch, and everyone who plays Overwatch for a lot should know that. And when it comes to healing, Zenyatta just doesn't have it. Base healing, it's not as good as an Ana or a Mercy or Lucio. He doesn't even have an AoE heal. The only thing he's actually good for is attacking. It feels like he's been in the wrong category his whole game. He should have been an attacker. He doesn't heal as well as a Soldier 76, which is just depressing overall. Don't get me wrong, Zenyatta's great, and I used to love this character. But when it comes to the healing role, Zenyatta just doesn't fit the bill. Now, let's start with the pros. He's got a great basic attack. Good to get offensive damage downfield. He's got a great ultimate to keep people alive, and the Orb of Discord does 30% damage on targets, which is great, and he has an easy turn on mechanic with his L2 button that does quite a bit of damage, believe it or not. Now let's move over to the cons. So yeah, has a lot of cons. 1, he has low health, easily picked off. 2, he doesn't have a lot of healing at all. 3, he has no movement whatsoever. He runs around, he's got to jump, and that's it. And that's not good, especially when you need to push something or you need to defend something. Now that we're done with the number 4 spot, let's move over to the number 3 spot. Number 3, Mercy. Now, Mercy in the number 3 spot. This may come as a surprise to you guys, as Mercy is heavily played in the meta currently, and not really, but a lot of players play her, just because she's an easy to learn hero, and her skill cap is not that high. I mean, you can pick up this game, and you can play Mercy. Mercy is not hard whatsoever. She's got a staff that does healing, R1 for damage. It's not that hard to learn. She's got a pistol. If you press the trigger, her ultimate's great. All that is just the reason why she's in meta. However, she's in the number 3 spot because of a couple reasons. 1, she can't put any shots downfield. She has a pistol, and when the pistol is out, she cannot use the staff. And that in itself is not a good idea, just because you have to poke down a Reinhardt shield, or you have to do something. You know, all healers can cause damage in some sort of way, and they can defend themselves in some sort of way. Not a Mercy, though. She has to rely on teammates too much, and that's just not good enough, especially in today's meta with the multiple tanks. You can't have somebody that's not shooting shots downfield. Let's just put it this way. If you have a Reinhardt on the team and a Mercy on the team, that's 2 heroes already who can't attack normally. You'd have to do something different, which is, for Reinhardt, take the shield down, or for Mercy, get her healing staff away, which isn't good at all. Which isn't good at all, and you have to rely too much on your 4 other players, and that's just not good enough. The other team could have an Ana, which can do a lot of damage. So overall, Mercy just not as good as a Lucio or Ana. Her ultimate's great. Her ultimate's a game changer. High sustain, absolutely amazing. However, that's just not worth it to me. She's not a bad healer, and I still think she should be used. It's just, I think she's overrated, especially with some players who I have played with. And don't get me wrong, when I first played, I was a Mercy main, but not anymore, just because her stuff is just not there. Now let's move over to the pros and cons. First, let's start off with the pros. 1, she has a great healing per second just because with her staff, she does a lot of healing per second, which is great. She also has a great ultimate, which is a game changer. Absolutely game changer. And also she has great mobility, which with the fly thing, she can also fly with anybody. Now, move on to cons. Let's start with bad attack. Like I said, mentioned earlier, the pistol, not that good. She has to put her staff down, which is not what you want. Number 2 is that she's the primary target when it comes to these team fights. Alrighty, with Mercy in the books now, let's move on to our number 2 healer in Overwatch. Number 2, Ana. Now the reason why I put Ana at the number 2 instead of number 1 is because it is actually PS4. Everybody has terrible shots compared to PC on PS4, just because we do have analogs instead of mouse and keypad. But that does not mean Ana sucks. It just means it's a higher skill floor. You really do need to practice with Ana to get her shots off, to get her ult correct, to get her nades correct, to get her sleep correct. All of that. You need great shots, and Ana is just so good. She has great push, great attack. Her sniper actually does quite a bit of damage. She has a nade that anti-heals, which there you go. You're already countered all the healers just with Ana. Being the healer, you counter healers with Ana. It's pretty crazy. And her nano boost is just absolutely amazing. It's a great team fight mechanic. Her nade does a lot. Her sleep, it can do a lot. If you hear a soldier pull out his ultimate, you sleep the soldier, boom, leave him there. His ultimate expires before he can even get shots off. And Ana's just great, and I personally think she needs to get nerfed, honestly. But let's start with the pros and cons. Pros, well, Ana's got great killing potential with her sniper rifle. Number 2, her nade does a lot of anti-healing, which is great, because then you just countered Mercy, Lucio, and Zenyatta just by throwing R1. And her sleep dart counters a lot of ultimates as the number 3 spot. Now, let's move over to the cons. Cons, Ana actually doesn't have any mobility. She can jump, that's about it. But other than that, she has nothing. No mobility at all. And that's bad. 2, her nano boost actually is a long charge, which can be not as good as you'd think. The nano boost really is a game changer, and the longer the cooldown it is, the harder it is to use it. And number 3 is that the sleep darts are hard to hit. Like I said, you can all fix that by just practice. But if you're just hopping on Ana, it's gonna be really hard to use her. And that's why I put her at my number 2 spot. But the sleep darts are just so hard to hit, and that's why Ana's at my number 2 spot. Now, with Ana out of the way, we're on to the last hero, last but not least, number 1, Lucio. Now, there is a reason why I have Lucio number 1, and that's just because he's easy to learn and he's hard to master. He's one of those heroes that really has a big impact no matter how bad you are at this game. Like, I suck so much shit at this fucking game, but if I have a Lucio in my hands, I look like the GOAT. Lucio has a great kit, a unique kit. He's got an AoE heal and AoE speed buff, speed boost, sorry. And both of these are very unique in its own way. His ultimate is a great counter to most ultimates, like a Zarya ultimate, a Reinhardt ultimate, a Soldier 76 ultimate, a Diva ultimate. All this stuff can be countered with this ultimate because this gives them, as gives everybody on the map, such a great amount of health, which is absolutely tremendous. Now let's move on to pros and cons. Pro: Lucio has great mobility. He can wall run. He can shoot. Stuff like that. He's got great mobility, and his mobility, plus he's got the speed boost, which allows him to move around the map quicker. Number 2, great ultimate. I mentioned it before. Nothing much to say on that. It's just he gives everybody a lot of health. Number 3, he has a great basic attack. It is a kind of slow, but it does poke down a Reinhardt shield very well, which is great. And he's also got an L2 button which pushes everybody out the way, which is good. You can knock people off maps. You can be offensive with the Lucio. Now let's move over to the cons. There's only one con I can actually think of from Lucio, is that he as a character is bad. I wouldn't say necessarily bad, but he's bad at solo healing, and that's just because you need a lot of healing per second. Mercy offers that, but Lucio, he offers his AoE. But if somebody is in desperate need of healing, Lucio can't help you out, and it's just unfortunate, and that's your circumstance. But hopefully, it never gets to that situation. But that's the only con I can actually think about with Lucio. But yeah, there you go. There's my top 5, guys, and hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and let me know what you guys think about my top 5. And stay tuned for next week. Next week I think I'm gonna make a top 5 tanks and Overwatch. Stay tuned for that. Probably next week. But hope you guys enjoyed. Rjmtaco is out.